already starting. And we'd like to remind everybody this is a best of 3 series, but because Clutch Guild came from the winner's bracket, they do have a 1-win advantage. So if they do win this one, they make it to Group B finals.
And right now, of course, standard bans. I like this ban from CG because they kind of show they already know how to use it. We're not going to let you use it. We're going to show you something else. And how about this? We're going to use your Joker against you. Let's see what happens.
One thing we've been talking about once we saw the final picks is that, you know, Ton was on the Malok last time at the previous game, which was, we all admired his Raz play in the mid lane, but this time around, looks like they've adjusted this time and not aiming for the tanky role, but decided to go for the mage role this time around for game number 2.
Yeah, this is actually pretty interesting though. We're seeing Alistar being picked in here, and they may have actually taken hints from the earlier compositions of CG, because we know how CG actually likes to pull off the quick knock every now and then, right? And we've also noticed that a lot of the answers to Murad for the day were Alistar. So I'm actually interested to see if TG Gaming can pull off, you know, this pick. They're also bringing the Lindis in, which is something we didn't see for. I'm not sure if we've seen this on them so far.
Not yet, actually.
Yeah, so this should be an interesting pick.
Actually, Rockhart, didn't Clutch Guild was the sole team in the broadcast that brought up Lindis.
Yeah,
and successfully.
Yeah,
yes,
successfully. Absolutely successful.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about this one because, again, they're trying to rely too much on singular damage sources, and they have a lot of protection on this composition. Not so sure about that. Lindis is a great damage source, but it's kind of, he has certain conditions that he has to fulfill before she can become effective, like proccing those charges, sending the traps, making sure the traps work. Other than that, as a burst source, I think that's what they need to do. They need to make fast plays. For TG, that is, they need to make fast plays in order to maybe catch CG off guard, because I think that's their best shot at winning this.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, whatever they were doing right during the first half of that earlier game,
going, right?
they have to keep it going and not make the same mistake they did, where they kind of got carried away from the first half and then started to make these sort of questionable movements and decisions, right? We saw it happen twice in a row, and it only takes 2 mistakes for CG to totally disassemble you and sort of destroy the whole game, right? So they can't afford to make those mistakes. You know, they have to always be on their toes and not get carried away by the fact that, oh, guys, we're actually winning against CG. You know, they just have to stay composed throughout the game.
That is actually true, because one thing that we've noticed about CG is that even though you probably take advantage of a mistake or two done by them, the gold lead is still close.
Yeah.
It's not significantly high enough to say, oh no, I think they've lost this game. It's not. They always keep the gold up close, and that's why it's super interesting to keep watching Clutch Guild and keep watching TG as they adjust throughout the game. But we're heading over to game number 2, so let's find out soon. I'm going to pass it back to our casters, Butters and Astra. Take it away.
So there you go. Welcome back, guys. Oh, okay. So this could possibly be the last game because, again, like the analyst desk did say, CG Clutch Guild already have 2 points already. Yep. The one being, you know, just because they came from the winners bracket. But in any case, we're just waiting for our transition into the game. Game number 2. Let's see if the possibility of the comeback is real. Israel. As TG are holding on, my favorite term, or my favorite phrase, are holding on to the knife's edge.
Okay. So, Clutch Guild here.
Orbs. Orbs.
It's definitely not like someone who we know from a certain FPS, but yeah, I mean, Will Gaming here. Will Gaming, actually, I'm getting confused by their tag, but TG Gaming here will go for the Sage Golem, and Black and LYL will actually try to go for the Steal.
He doesn't get it though, and actually gets punished quite a bit with the stun connection from the Alice, and it seems like they're going to be trying to go aggressive, and here comes the Lindis wanting to actually join in as well, and like you said, they do use the Flicker as well as, I believe, the Replenish to be able to keep themselves a tad bit healthy. But with all of that aggression, Clutch Guild might have lost a lot more, losing the ability to flash and heal as well.
And being over-aggressive at times, it doesn't really pay off, and you have to live through the fact that you're going to waste skills, and that was actually a nice try, but still they got punished for it.
This is going to be one of the few times we've seen Alistair used into the fight. A control mage will definitely help out TG because they were missing something a while ago that spelled a little bit more that they need something to be able to tether in their opponents from CG, and this Alistair might be the answer that they're looking for. Aside from that, they also got the help of the Lindis to be able to deal some consistent, multiple, continuous damage. But of course, CG, they have themselves the Kreknak, and a good team with a Kreknak always finds his man or woman in this particular instance. And it seems like they get the first blood.
And that enhanced shot giving out the slow here to that carry hero. But here comes CG with the Abyssal Dragon take. And they're on the right track. I mean, we've seen this a lot from them, and these are their steps to actually taking the game early. So let's see if SG or TG can actually finish, can actually weather the storm that Clutch Guild is going to bring.
The very difficult thing here for such a composition that TG wants, that on paper it's actually good because they have the control, they have the damage, like I said. But the biggest problem is that mid and bottom are super susceptible, or very susceptible, to quick ganks from the Kreknak and friends.
Yep.
It's like Barney and friends, but Kreknak is the one who's actually roaming in with his friends and getting the assassinations. I know it's kind of... but it's true.
I just laughed at Barney. Why did you have to bring Barney up? I mean, you could have said Lumber and friends.
I don't know. It feels like Barney's like one of those... You know, iconic dinosaurs that, or iconic characters that.
Is he even a dinosaur though?
Yeah, a purple dinosaur.
No, I mean Kreknak.
Ooh, ancient insect, I would say. But anyways, he's gonna be the Zenial with the ultimate, joining in onto the fight. 4-man rotation here from TG. They do get the one pick off here, but they had to put 4 members there for resources. That's gonna leave open possibly this mid for the Gnar to put some good damage on the tower or even take it, but. Seems like that's not going to be the case, and at least TG net one in the bag.
And Cholo here just trying to secure farm. Gerber trying to go on Ben, but his initiation will miss. And look at the damage coming out from Ben here. And Cholo will just stay in lane. He's not going to show himself because the Kreknak is actually close to that lane, and I don't think they'll stop to pressure this bottom lane carry hero. And I mean, it's a way to stop the plan of TG Gaming, and they're leaving her in the bottom lane because they want to give her the early levels then.
This is a good transition here from TG. They're going to try to go aggressive, but Lumbar is basically bullwalking every single member here of TG as his members or as his teammates try to go and take this Abyssal Dragon by their lonesome. And now is beautiful. The Lumbar pick really giving an edge here for Clutch Guild as TG Gaming wants to go for an objective, but because they don't have the die, they don't have the insane ability to rotate into the fights. Even though they have the Alice, it's super difficult. And now Alistar does use his ultimate. Ton is going to be putting maybe a ton of damage, but not going to be enough. And they're just going to back them away. Oh my goodness. He actually dives in onto the Alice. Super low on HP, trying to go aggressive. But on the sidelines, it's going to be the Malik. Here comes the Zephys. Aggressive.
Look
goes
at that
for 2-man knockup. LYL with the shields. Nice for him. He's going to be able to survive. Lumber gets the knockup back onto the Zephys. And here comes the Zenial. Going aggressive. Follows up with the second one. And that's going to be Clutch Guild. Taking them down one after the other. Malik goes in with the shock, but it's just a little bit tad too late. Too little for his team. And it seems like TG wanted to make something happen here. Got nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
And Killing Joke will not secure the kill for the Joker here. But still, Clutch Guild here got what they wanted. I was going to say...
It's fine. You don't have to explain yourself.
I mean, their name is very close.
It is. I understand.
But then again, it's CG's way of actually taking the game. I mean, we've seen this a lot from them. Just taking the early game, taking the objectives, then getting the kills, going very aggressive. Then after that, they will get the early win. And if TG Gaming doesn't stop this, we're going to see an early win here for the side of Clutch Guild.
It's like the more the number of your crowd control is, the better. And because they have themselves the Lombard, it always feels like that one up. Although Alistar will be able to connect his ultimate there, it's really not going to matter anymore as there's such a fast response coming in from CG. 611 will be able to live to fight for another day, but as I was saying, the number of crowd controls, if we try to like add it up, it feels like there's much more for CG here. And because of that, TG, even though they got themselves some nice knockups, some good follow-ups, see, Clutch Guild, all they gotta do is line it up, hit their counters, and they can just keep it on rolling for their favor.
I mean, in a way, the Alistar pick isn't really paying off here for the side of TG Gaming.
Yeah.
They're controlling the Krenak, but at the same time, they're not picking him off.
They're lacking the damage. Or maybe they have the damage, but they can't actually access the Krenak in the backline because they're so afraid that, well, they still have themselves again, I feel like I'm a broken record here, but the Lumbar as well as the Zenial in the front line. And backline-wise, there's so much damage coming from that Jinnar and the Joker as well to boot.
And look at the net worth. Like, it's like 6K, 5.7K gold lead here for the side of Clutch Guild. I mean, this is where Clutch Guild actually, this is what Clutch Guild actually does best, is their wave management. There is always someone staying in lane, just getting the gold. And they will get, while they get the objectives, while they fight. And here comes the Krenak. Oh my goodness, look at that team fight. That wasn't actually a team fight. That was a pick-off.
That was a massacre, my friend. I mean, we've heard from zero to hero, but that one was from hero to zero. Coming out from 611. He does have to pay with his life. Malik joins in onto the battle here as LYL might be in a very tricky situation, but he doesn't care at all. Goes in with the flash. Might take out Alistar here, but is not successful. The XDD with the Zenial will be able to finalize for his teammate, and it seems like with the help from Ben as well as Black, it's going to be another Clash win here for Clutch Guild. And did you see that? Another knock-up onto Cholo. Gonna try to go in aggressive with the Lindis. Actually able to have that game or that base advantage, home court advantage for TG, and they're pushing out Clutch Guild finally for the first time, although there's still a huge gap that TG have to traverse in order to even themselves out against Clutch Guild.
And I actually found it weird that Ton here, well, Gerber here didn't continue his aggression on LYL's Joker. I mean, he got him on lock, he was near him, he could have taken him down, but he still went for the Ben. I do think that pick a card, any card was active, but still, you can't let the Joker actually live, even though he has that pick a card, any card. You should continue the aggression, not let him do anything, or not let him go, not let the canned laughter cooldown go down, because at the same time you guys will get bursted. And I mean, that was a good fight for TG Gaming, but
man, I guess the pure confidence on 611 is showing right now as he tries to go overly aggressive, followed up by his team, but seems like his overconfidence has actually given a 1-up, make that a possible 5-up as they almost get 4 kills for the price of none here for Clutch Guild. The Alice will be able to survive, but what can she do against all this raging power coming in from Clutch Guild? They take the mid-tier 2, and the mid-tier 3 should follow up as well, but it seems like they're going to rotate from mid to bottom because they don't want to take the 1. They want to take everything that you can give to them, because if you allow them to, they will just break hearts and break games, break cores, breaking everything. Clutch Guild, hooray.
And Hisifit will actually take down the Joker here, so they're forced to go back. Their main damage dealer is down. So even 611 here isn't actually rushing, even though he saw 4 heroes converging and going to chase them. The 4 heroes are going to chase them. He's not afraid, actually. Like, he's being very, very composed that he can actually escape, or they can actually turn it around. So looking at the net worth difference here, it's almost at 10K. As we talked about earlier in the panel, Clutch Guild has this way of actually to actually get the lead in terms of net worth this way. Like, it's actually kind of like magic that they're getting this gold advantage. Even with the kills, you're not supposed to get this kind of gold lead, but here comes Black. And Black here will get initiated upon, but he will get out.
It doesn't seem like he's going to be the one to be initiated upon, rather than initiate upon the ones who initiated upon himself. I know a lot of words like that, but still, his Earth player was so good that it'll be able to follow up here onto the members of TG. TG has to frantically try to make something happen, and Kriknak from the silence once again, making sure that nobody will be able to exit out, do the Mamba out, and it seems like Alice will not survive anymore as Zephys, as Zenial and this Kriknak will be able to get that, and it seems
And
like...
I think that's game.
Yeah, exactly. 11 minutes.
That is game.
30
no,
minutes
they're
in.
gonna go back.
They are toying with the hearts of TG.
Well, they're just waiting for the creep wave, I think.
Possibly. I mean, I think they have the possibility to actually go for the backdoor already without the creep wave. Well, it's just to their notion. Anyways, TG, they can maybe dig deep enough to try to make that TG mean true greatness, totally Gucci or tantalizing guys, but it seems like that was not enough, and you saw how quickly the core collapsed.
Yep.
And, well, 3-0 already.
Yep.
We're just going to pass it on to our analysts to break it down even further, but we'll just check out the scoreboard quite quickly. And 25-8. I mean, quick maths, that's 17 kill difference.
You're so good at English. No, I'm just kidding. Well, to be honest, this is the trademark of CG. They take the early game, then they just fight. You can actually get pick-ups. You can actually get 1 or 2 kills in the team fight, but you lose. Like, it's their forte. I don't think anyone can beat them at that playstyle.
Man, their name does not give them like their own playstyle. Like they don't feel like a clutch guild to me. They feel like a dominant guild. So maybe like dominance guild or something. Good name change. Anyways, yo, analysts, guys, break it away.
Thank you very much. Why do you